In 1850, French scientist Auguste Mariette traveled to Egypt in search of manuscripts but instead uncovered something extraordinary: the partially buried head of a sphinx. Clearing away the sand revealed that the sphinx marked the entrance to an underground structure. Months later, Mariette gained entry to the Serapeum of Saqqara, an ancient tomb containing massive granite sarcophagi and the remains of 64 Apis bulls. The Serapeum, constructed around 3000 BCE, was an underground complex dedicated to the sacred Apis bulls, associated with the deity Ptah. Spanning nearly 500 feet, it featured large chambers on either side of a central corridor. The sarcophagi, some weighing as much as 50 cars, displayed astonishing craftsmanship, with perfectly cut 90-degree angles and intricate hieroglyphic carvings that illustrated the divine role of the bulls. The Apis bulls were revered as incarnations of Ptah, embodying his wisdom and serving as protectors of Egypt. Priests identified these bulls by specific markings, such as a white triangle on the forehead, a vulture-shaped patch on the back, and a scarab-shaped mark under the tongue. Once chosen, the bulls were pampered at a temple in Memphis and received offerings from devotees. Upon their deaths, they were mummified and ceremoniously buried in the Serapeum. Mariette also found evidence of the methods used to transport and position the massive sarcophagi. Rollers, wooden winches, levers, and double rails indicated a sophisticated process. Workers reportedly used sand-filled chambers to maneuver the sarcophagi, rolling them into place and then gradually removing the sand to lower them into precisely cut niches. An inscription from Ptolemy II's reign stated it took 28 days to position a single sarcophagus. The ancient Egyptians' advanced understanding of geometry likely contributed to the precision of these sarcophagi. Records show they understood pi and complex calculations, enabling them to create flat surfaces and sharp angles. Yet some aspects of the Serapeum remain puzzling. The sarcophagi are far larger than necessary for a bull, and their use of hard granite instead of the more malleable limestone is curious. Moreover, the narrow tunnels in the complex raise questions about how such massive objects were transported and placed in the confined spaces. Alternative theories suggest the sarcophagi may have had other purposes. For instance, ancient Egyptians understood fermentation, which generates gas and pressure. Sealed granite boxes containing organic materials like barley or meat could produce CO2, causing quartz in the granite to generate an electrical charge. This might explain the sarcophagi's design and airtight sealing. Interestingly, some sarcophagi were found with extra stones piled on their lids, possibly to prevent gas from escaping. After years of being buried by sand and damaged by earthquakes, the Serapeum was reopened to visitors in the late 19th century. Notably, the Prince of Wales once hosted a luncheon inside one of the sarcophagi. Today, the site remains a popular attraction, inviting exploration of its enduring mysteries. Modern technology has also shed light on ancient Egyptian burial practices. At the Field Museum in Chicago, scientists used CT scans to examine 26 mummies, producing detailed 3D images of their skeletons and burial artifacts. These scans revealed personal details, such as those of Lady Sheneta, who lived around 3,000 years ago. She died in her late 30s or early 40s, and embalmers carefully preserved her body, using artificial eyes and neck stuffing to maintain her appearance. Her ornate coffin reflected her high social status. While modern techniques have answered some questions, many mysteries of ancient Egypt, including the secrets of the Serapeum and its remarkable sarcophagi, remain unsolved.